one of the most overused phrases that drives me crazy, that shifts my gears, whatever word you want to put on it, is the I'm not perfect. Let me tell you something. The I'm not perfect make me want to just take somebody's teeth out. When someone tells me I'm not perfect, my first reaction is, what about you makes you think that I thought you was? What is it about yourself that makes you think that I came into this conversation thinking that you're perfect? You see, there is no perfect man. That does not exist. So when people tell me I'm not perfect, it's a built-in excuse. See, a lot of people will I'm not perfect you to death as a means of why they did something. No, that I can't subscribe to that type of talk. A person will do something to you, then apologize with the caveat of I'm gonna do it again with the, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I did such and such, I'm not perfect. Why would you have to tell me that you're not perfect? Here's the thing for me. I believe that the society that we live in now, we have so many people who just don't want to do the work. They just don't. And the I'm not perfect people, those are the neutral people. So you got people coming and you got people going. Then you have those people that just stay neutral. And a neutralized person, if they're with a group that's going back, they'll start going back. But it's harder to go forward when you're neutral. When you're neutral, you get up on the hill, you're going to go backwards. Now, you can go forward if you're already in that direction, then you're going to go on down. But you can't be neutral about some stuff. The way that I'm built now, it's just certain things that I just don't even allow me around me anymore. I don't have to tell you that I'm better than you, because if I have to tell you that I'm not better than you, that has nothing to do with me. That has more to do with you. I'm a firm believer that the belief system that you have to have within yourself has to be the strongest there is. If you don't believe in you, how can you expect other people to believe in you? All of those I'm not perfect people, those are people who really not trusting in God. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Because as human beings, we all are going to make mistakes. The problem is when you continuously make the same mistake. When you continuously make the same mistake, hey, you got to call a spade a spade. That's just you. And instead of looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, here's my shortcoming, you will, hey, I'm not perfect. No, at least for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me. And one of the things that I had to start, monitoring myself, I had to start really watching what I prayed for. I had to start doing that because I was praying for peace for a long time. And what I understand now is that praying for peace means you got to experience some war. In order to experience peace and really fully acknowledge it, you had to go through some mess. I was praying for peace thinking God wasn't listening because my life was in turmoil. But my life was in turmoil because I was praying for peace. And God had to put me in positions so that when I achieved peace, it meant more to me. So I'm going through all of this mess, and sometimes I'm thinking God ain't hearing me. It wasn't that he wasn't hearing me. That's what I prayed for. Sometimes you sit back and you're praying that I just want to make manager at my job. But every day you go into work and you are experiencing some of the most mess. And while you're going through that mess, God will reveal, do you really want to be manager? Because you can't even deal with this. So if I elevate you, how you gonna deal with that? No, I'm making 2 points in this video, but it was just 2 things that was on my mind this morning. Do not come to me and apologize to me and also say I'm not perfect. And my other point is, you gotta start being so aware with what you're praying for. If you want to pray for strength, God give me strength. In order to appreciate strength, you gotta go through some weakness. And that's what life is about. Words have power and we utilize that phrase, but I don't think we really understand that meaning to that unless it's beneficial to you. You see, if you're manifesting, I'm gonna get this job, I'm gonna get this job, I'm walking in my purpose, then you get that job, then its words have power. But then if you that type of person to, I know I'm not perfect, I know I'm not perfect, I know I'm not perfect, guess what? Your striving for perfection starts to be tainted because you already have a built-in excuse of you're not perfect. Again, there is no perfect person, but to strive for perfection is a thing. It is a thing because you can perfect a craft. You see, I want to be the best person that God wants me to be. Doesn't mean I'm not going to mess up. Doesn't mean I don't have any flaws, but I will never be stuck in neutral. And every time some mess happens, oh, you know I'm not perfect. My God, that is a pet peeve to me. Y'all ever been in a situation and somebody wrongs you and when they finally come apologize, and it might be a long time down the road, but when they come with an apology, it's an excuse tied to it. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I'm not perfect. So which one is it? Are you sorry? Or is the excuse that you're not perfect? That I'm not perfect, when people tell me that, I look at them and I'm always like, okay, all right, I got to put you over here because you're going to do it again and you're going to use the same excuse. In life, you can't just be neutral. You can't say, well, you know what, I ain't trying to get out, I'm just be neutral. Because when you're neutral, there's no motion. And when you do get some motion, it's because somebody's pushing you. And that's why your circle is so important. See, and I'm gonna get out your space. Here's a big reason why your circle is important. See, you can be amongst people and you're generally a good person. You're around these people because you consider them your friends, that they're your family. But when you're not around, those people are doing such things that don't align with what you got going on morally. And what happens is, because the birds of a feather, the people that you're hanging with, your crew, when you're not around, they're doing X, Y, and Z. So when people see them doing that and then see you next Tuesday with them, you are automatically classified as that. And that brings me back to, you can't be neutral. If you know what these people are doing and you think that is a badge of honor that they're not doing it around you, but you know what they're doing, you're being neutral. Y'all have a blessed Monday.